The next content module we will cover will be the blogs module, but first we have to create a page for those blogs to land on. I'm going to start by creating a page. Giving it the name of blog page. Leaving it at the top level, but not showing in navigation at this time. I'm going to use the default template as a template at this time, and I'm going to go ahead and copy in the title to the description and keywords just for now. I'm going to create and go to content, and I'm simply going to drag the blogs widget onto the page. I'm not doing any kind of design to this page at this time. I'm simply getting it ready for us to create our blog. I'm going to publish the page, and now I'm going to go to content and scroll down to the second item, which is blogs, and you'll see it says create a blog. Now you have the opportunity to create several blogs per site, so you want to make sure that the blog is named something that is relevant and makes sense. So click on create a blog, name your blog, and then you want to select that default page. So that's why we went ahead and created the blog page ahead of time, and hit done. Now, do you want to change your URL? Do you want Working Dash Wonders? I think I just want Working Wonders, all one word. And I do want to include this in my sitemap. I'm going to go ahead and create this blog. And now you'll see that we have Working Wonders posts. So now we are within the Working Wonders blog, and we're going to start creating posts just as we did the articles and the news. Again, I have some lorem ipsum I'm going to plug in just as placeholder for this site. I'm going to give it a title. I've just pasted in some content, and I'm going to go ahead and add a short summary. This could be the first few sentences of your article, or it could be a summary specifically written for this article. Now, under categories and tags, it works just like it does in the news module, and I'm simply going to select from our demo website some of the categories we've already created. And hit done. Now I'm going to add some tags and separate them with commas. Click add. I'm going to leave the URL as it is. I'm not going to allow comments at this time. And then I'm going to add my featured image. I'm going to select an image I have already loaded, and this image has been cropped to be more rectangular because for blogs the default view is image above the article content. So I know this image will look very nice over my blog. So now I could hit publish, I could hit save as draft, or I could go to more actions and choose to publish or unpublish on a specific date, to delete the article, or go ahead and unpublish it. Simply click on the text field and it pulls up the calendar and your time selector. And then once you've selected your time, click done, and you can then choose an unpublished date if you would like. Again, if you click on the text field, it pulls up your calendar and your time selector. So hit save. So you'll see we have blog 1, and this is our first post. So again, we have all the same options that we do with the news. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this one as well, just like we did in news, so we can have some content placeholders for our blog roles. So anytime I want to create a new post, I just simply click on create a post and go through the process we've just gone through with our blog 1 post. Now we can choose to go back to all blogs and see a list of all of our blogs, and it will tell you how many posts there are and when the last post was created. Now we're going to work on getting these posts onto a page. So let's go back to pages. Before I go into my blog page and make any edits, I need to create an article page just as we did with the news. So I'm going to go to create a page, and I'm going to say blog article page. And I'm going to select this one to be under a parent page, and that's going to be the blog page itself, and hit done. Now you'll see here the URL has changed, and it displays that parent page first. So I could change the name if I'd like to, but in this case I don't want to. I could select a show in navigation, but I do not want this one to show up in my navigation because it's simply a way to display those single articles. Now I want to go ahead and copy the title. I'm going to leave Sitefinity Demo Default as a template for right now. And I'm going to paste the title into the keywords and descriptions. I'm going to create and go to add content. And the first thing I'm going to do is pull in the blog post widget. Now you'll notice it's pulling in all of the blogs right now, and this is just fine because whenever you click on one article, it will only display that one article in here. Now I would like for my categories to show up here as well. Now our news template has the categories as part of the template, so I'm going to go select that news template. So I go up here to layout on the top right hand corner and I click that button. You notice everything changes into the layout view. At the bottom of the layout column, you'll select another template, and then we're going to choose News Template and hit Done. Now I can go back to my content, and if I scroll down the page, you'll see the categories are there, and here's the other column. So now all I have to do is drag that widget into the column. So now I'd like to add a title to this page. So I'm going to take my content block and drag it to where it's over both columns and drop it. I'm going to click on Create Content, and I'm going to add the name of the blog. I'm going to format this and make it an H1 tag, and I'm going to go ahead and make it blue as well. Now I want to add a horizontal rule, so I'm going to open up the rest of my options here, and I'm going to insert HTML. The first item is a horizontal rule, and then I'm going to hit save. So that adds the title to the top of my page. I think that's all I want to do to this page at this time. So I'm going to go ahead and publish it. And now anytime that someone opens an article, this is the page that will open it. So now let's go into our blogs page and let's try to make it match. And you'll see all three of our blogs are populated and the images we loaded for those. So this layout we can control by going to Edit, and we can say which blogs we want to display. Well, let's do from selected blogs only, because if we do from all blogs, if we ever add more blogs, it'll pull from all of them. So let me go ahead and select just Working Wonders. Done selecting. Or I can say from currently open blog or from selected blog post only. Now I can go up to my list settings and I can use paging and do up to 20 items, which is what I'm going to do for this one because this is going to be our blog page. So I want people to be able to come to this page and actually see all of our blogs and the categories. So we're going to sort them by putting the last published on top. And then the list template I want to use is the blog title, date, and summary template that is being currently used now. But let me show you what it looks like if we use blog date and title only. So you get more of like a little list of the blogs, even with your little thumbnail of the image. Let's go back and hit edit again. Now I'm going to go back to my list settings and change this to blog title, date, and summary. And then I'm going to go to my single item settings and select existing page. We're going to select that blog article page that we created. Hit done selecting. And then we're going to hit save. Now we want to make it match our blog article page, so let's go back up to layout in the top right hand corner, and we're going to select another template down towards the bottom of the page. I'm going to go back and select a news template and hit done, and then hit content. Now we're going to go ahead and publish this page just so it refreshes all of the content. I'm going to go back into the page, and if you look towards the bottom, you'll see our categories are there and our other columns. Now let's just simply drag this widget by clicking on the blue bar and drop it into the right column. So again, this is ready to go. All three of our blogs are showing up. Let's now drag another content block over these two regions so we can add the title to our page as we did to our article page. And again, we're going to format it as an H1. We're going to make it blue. We're going to add the horizontal rule and hit save. Okay, our blog looks to be ready to go. Let's hit publish. And now let's see what it looks like. So this is our Working Wonders blog. It has all three of the blogs that we currently have displayed. And then we have our categories here. So if we click on one of these articles, it's going to take us to the blog article page and display all of the content for that blog.